Happy Wednesday, my friends. Today's video is a goodie. Today, I want to talk about making peace with the season of life you're currently in, because this is one of the biggest challenges we all face. And the reason why is because our brains loathe the present moment. Our brains constantly want to be somewhere else, anywhere else, other than where we are. Our brains convince us quite successfully that if we were just over there, some moment separate from where we are, that we'd feel good. Our brains convince us that if we just had this other thing, then we'd feel better. So then what happens is we build up all this resistance to feeling good right now. Resistance to feeling joy, resistance to feeling peace, resistance to feeling any kind of positive emotion where we are. But when we do this, we're just feeding into this illusion that peace is somewhere outside of us. But the truth is, when we get over there or get the thing we want, our brain just builds up new resistance and longs for something else. And of course, the result of this is never feeling fulfilled or satisfied in our day-to-day. And that is not how any of us want to go through life, right? So let's talk about it. Having desires is a natural part of the human experience. The desire for more money, the desire for a loving relationship, a new career, etc. But again, what so many of us do is we approach this desire as something outside of ourselves, something to be sought after, something far, far away that we must chase. And when we think about it in this way, separate, we grasp on to the not having of it and attach to the lack of it. And so the not having of it, the lack, the separation creates all this internal suffering, frustration, doubt, impatience, dissatisfaction, a lot of negative emotion. And we know that negative emotion only perpetuates the not having or achieving what it is that we want. So how do we close this gap? First, you must understand that there is no separation. There is no gap between who you are and the things you desire. Now, I know what you're thinking right now, but Shayna, there is a gap. I don't have the money or the relationship or the career in my possession right now. So let me explain. Everything we desire because of the feeling we think it'll create. We think a relationship will create a feeling of love. Money will create a feeling of abundance. A new career will create a feeling of peace. But guys, we already, right here and now, have access to love, abundance, peace, because that is what we're made up of at our core. It's the reason that I can literally close my eyes and visualize already having what I desire and feel all the positive emotions that I think it'll create right now. So if you're not feeling it, it's simply because of the resistance you've built up in your mind that blocks you from accessing that state of being in the here and now. Resistance in your thinking. I can't be happy until. I've got to do XYZ first and then I'll feel good. I'm not worthy enough yet. As long as you keep wanting and waiting and chasing for some future moment, you'll keep creating more lack, more suffering, and lack of results. The gap never gets any smaller. So you must be willing to drop the resistance and be open and expansive to feeling good right now. And that means, one, drop your attachment to some future outcome and surrender to what is. And then two, connect to your core self in the here and now. I am worthy. I am abundance. All is well. I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. I choose to feel good today. I choose to focus my attention on what's working in my life. Always coming back to now, because now is all we ever have. Making peace and feeling good now is what closes the gap and speeds up the process of physically creating what it is that you desire. Guys, the grass, I'm telling you, will always look greener no matter where you are. Your brain will always list 10 new things to achieve before you can feel a certain way. That's what it does. So it's your responsibility day in and day out to keep it in check and bring it back to now and just appreciate where you are and why you're more than okay. It's your responsibility to celebrate the season of life you're currently in while knowing it's not going to last forever, so enjoy it while you have it. I was listening to the radio recently as I was driving, and one of the hosts was talking about how she had posted things that she was doing that day on her Instagram story. Things like going for a walk, cleaning and saging her apartment, to her just normal, mundane things. And then she received a DM from a follower saying, "Oh my God, you're living my dream day. I'm over here with a baby and drool all over me." And I was listening to this and I thought, wow, this is such a great example to showcase the importance of enjoying each and every season of life that you're in. Some people who have the freedom to do whatever they want are feeling frustrated that they're not settled down with babies. Some people who have babies who once felt frustrated that they didn't, now wish they had less responsibilities. This is what I'm talking about, you guys. Even when you get the thing you desire, your brain will always find reasons to not be fully satisfied. I have a client right now who is in what I call the Eat, Pray, Love chapter of just complete freedom and dreaming and possibility. Yet she was feeling frustrated because she didn't have a solid career plan yet. Her brain was like, I want to be working on the next thing. I can't feel good until I find out what that is. And I said to her, okay, imagine an all-knowing God came swooping down to earth and said to you, in 90 days, you will 100% uncover a new business idea that will push you into complete overdrive and action to bringing it to life. I said to her, if you were certain about that, you would not be sitting around obsessing over what's next. Hell no. You'd be embracing every single moment and cherishing this season of life. You'd be like, oh my God, I'm going to go do XYZ before that phase because I know I'll never get this chapter back, right? And again, when we do get to that next phase, we'll most likely look back and be like, damn, remember when I had all that free time? And probably think, oh, now I can't wait for this business to be successful. Always wanting to be somewhere else. Guys, the truth is, it takes 1 second to meet someone and for your relationship status of single to change forever. It takes 1 second to get a new job. It takes 1 second to get that new business idea, and now all your free time is compromised. It takes 1 second to get pregnant and become a mom forever. It takes 1 split second. So appreciate where you are as if this chapter is fleeting, because it is. Here's the sweet spot, okay? The sweet spot is being certain that yes, it will happen. I will achieve this thing no matter what at the most perfect time, because that level of certainty fuels positive emotion. And B, while feeling that certainty right now, then leaning into exactly where you are and appreciating the F out of it. That energy is where all your power lies. And that power is in the here and now. Here's a great example. I was in a relationship for 8 years, on and off toward the end. And when we broke it off for good, I was really ready and willing to be single. Now, I desired a loving, healthy, long-term relationship, but I had zero attachment to it. I got to a place where I was 100% certain that I'd meet someone. I had no doubt in my mind. I knew I was a great catch. I had worked on my confidence, and there were plenty of fish in the sea. So with that certainty and zero attachment to how, what, when, where I'd meet my future husband, I fully appreciated being single. Again, I was like, in my mind, it takes 1 second to meet someone, so I'm just gonna show up every day and do all the things that I wanna do as a single woman before I'm tied down. Like, I wanna go out, I wanna flirt, I wanna explore this and this by myself, whatever. And literally, I met Nathan within a month. And I still joke to this day with him that I'm pissed about it. Yes, I desired a relationship, but I was so happy and appreciative of being single. That's the sweet spot. Certainty in what you want while being wildly happy where you are. Certainty in what you want, but completely unattached to the what, when, where, and how. It's the reason, guys, you hear all of the time, I met him or her when I least expected it. We got pregnant as soon as we stopped trying. I decided to give up on acting and just love my simple life, and then I got a call back and it turned out to be my big break. By loving what is, you create miracles. So if you desire a relationship, just be wildly happy single. If you desire a baby, just be wildly happy kid-free right now. If you desire a new career opportunity, just be wildly happy with time to explore all the things. Make peace with where you are. These moments are fleeting. You will get there, so show up today as if it's already a done deal. That is it for today, my friends. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, remember to give this video a thumbs up, comment below, and I'll see you next week.